So I'm currently looking at Invest 94L. First thing I'm noticing right now is that a bunch of convection is going on over here on the eastern side of circulation. Just a huge amount of thunderstorms, like a huge amount of activity with cloud tops into the minus 80s at this point. So that's the first thing I'm noticing. The other thing I'm noticing is I'm starting to notice starting to figure out where the center of circulation is. I'm starting to notice that this rotation, it's right about here in the Gulf of Mexico. So it appears that it might be getting its act together a little bit more. It's becoming, by the hour at this point, just becoming more and more of a tropical depression at this point, and less of a tropical wave, less of an invest. So the new intensity and forecast direction models just came in. I want to go to the intensity models first. The majority of these models have it going up to a tropical storm and everything. These two have it going up to about a 65 mile per hour tropical storm right now, before it eventually makes landfall, and that's why it's going down. So, and this is the track model. It appears that a lot of these models have moved further to the west at this point. This one is still way off right here, making landfall in Mexico, just dissipating near Texas. But this is where these models, like, majority of them have it either making landfall in northwest eastern Mexico or on the tip of Texas. Then some of them have it going back overseas and then making landfall again and moving up into Arkansas. A couple more models have it overseas, making landfall, overseas, just making landfall near Corpus Christi, and then just leaving it there. And this one right here, keep in mind, it was over Galveston. It's now over around Port Lavaca and everything. It doesn't mean that anyone is clear or anything. It just means that models have shifted a little bit. This may be just like the models just shifting a little bit. This may be, in fact, just it moving a little more westward than it was forecast to. But this is a wait-and-see moment right here. I figured I'd share that out right now. But still, if you're in anywhere from this point right here in Mexico all the way up to Houston and even Beaumont, you might get some impacts. Like, you still need to keep watch for this. This may go up further east than it normally is. It still could. There's some direct. It's still being pulled this way, but it's just getting its act together at this point. So I just wanted to share that with you real quick. There's these huge convective plumes that have developed in the last couple of hours. So yeah, I'm starting to notice the center of circulation. It's about right here. It's going to start moving a little northwest. North-northwest. Then further more north. And depending on when that turn begins, depends on where it makes landfall. Depends on how strong it gets. Earlier we had them going up to. They were still here. Or earlier we had considerations of Cat 1 hurricane strength. That's still possible at this point. I want to stress that real clearly. Conditions are getting more favorable by the hour, if not by the minute, of this thing developing very robustly. The conditions are getting favorable. The water, as it moves over further to sea, does get a little cooler, but that ocean heat content goes up at the same time to make that up. So yeah, so basically that center of circulation is starting to show up around here, basically, which would prove that it was about here about 6 hours ago or so. It's moving quite slowly at this point, but it's still just early. It's getting its act together. I'll be watching the situation very closely. When the next advisory comes out, I'll be the first to report on it. So be sure you hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications.